Yeah.
Up in the mics. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Oscar Muendel, production manager here at WVCW Radio, and I'm talking with Seaghouls, who just gave us an amazing hour-long performance. I guess to start off, if you want to introduce yourselves and describe your role in what Seaghouls is, like what noises you are making.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan Sable. My setup is mostly like the ambient sounds and kind of like more melodic leaning stuff. Yeah.
I'm Josh. I do like a lot of drum sounds, and I've sort of started interweaving like bass stuff into it. But yeah, I just hold on the rhythm section mostly.
Cool. So I know both of you also have like your other musical projects. What made Seaghouls start? What made Seaghouls become a thing? Seaghouls become a thing.
I guess. Well, okay, so like I'm Sea Lights. That's like my musical project. That's
Okay.
like my noise project. And you wanna say
I've gone under the name Ghoul Cheddar to do some features with one of my friends.
Okay.
So together we became Seaghouls because one of our friends, I think Brandon, was like
You said seagulls.
you said like seagulls, and we're like, wait, Seaghouls, like Sea Lights, then Ghoul Cheddar.
Yeah.
But the first Sea Lights show, I asked Ryan for help because I was nervous about doing it, and we did like a similar sort of like weird like dance noise stuff. And I guess we just like fleshed that out a little bit more. But also we've been playing together since like high school.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've known each other since before college?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We
Like 5 years probably.
yeah.
Cool.
Started playing rock music.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, you were like in this crazy realm of atonality. Like what is your music? Like, what started? Like, what's your musical background that led up to this point? Like, where'd you start?
I used to want to make like indie music and like rock music, and then I got my first DAW. It was Cubase 7, 8, 6. I don't know. It was old, really old. And I would like make these weird intros to my songs, and I'm like, wait, I like this more than the songs. And I never finished a song.
It's like black.
But someone was like, you should listen to trip hop, and I listened to like one Portishead song, and it of course was a song with no samples. It was just like, or it was like keys, and I'm like, this is nice, but like I don't hear how this is like trip hop, like, or I don't know what trip hop is. And then years later, I kind of like figured out what I was doing.
Okay.
Okay. I also sort of started out like that. I don't know. I think I started like playing music around when I was like in elementary school because I played drums in the band, and then I just started picking up more and more instruments, but like not developing them at all. Just like sort of learning bass and like sort of learning piano and sort of learning guitar. And I think around middle school I started making electronic music with like FL Studio, and then eventually I somehow got into rock music, and then I came back to electronic music. So I don't know how I got into like noise stuff and like techno stuff. Was probably like listening to I don't even remember what band, but whatever, some band in high school, probably This Heat, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question about noise music. I hope 3 questions that could inform a single answer. Like, I feel like noise music is kind of the closest to fine art that could be considered music. At least from what I understand, it's outside of like musical conventions, and probably I feel like a lot of people who aren't, in KI or KI adjacent, like look at it with a lot of skepticism. I guess like, what is noise music? What is the ethos of noise music, and like, what do you get out of performing it?
To me, it's like, it kind of is. It can be any type of music. If you go to like a noise show, there's like techno noise. There's like bands that are like hardcore bands that are just so blown out it's noise. There's like ambient stuff. There's like folk. It's really cool because it's like, it's almost the finale of like every genre. That's someone described it that way on the internet, and I'm like, that's cool. But I guess the way I describe it, it's kind of like abstract paintings in a way, and like making something more blown out is just a form of like fuzzing something up, or like abstracting it. I think it's a little bit jarring though because it's sound instead of like colors on like a canvas, but I think it's like kind of a similar ethos.
Okay, interesting. Does that resonate with you? Do you have anything to add, you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. It is kind of more like high art, I guess, or like art adjacent than ever music. Personally though, I kind of just like the noises and stuff. I love the way stuff sounds, and I love pop music, but I've always kind of found like listening to like weird improvisation is a little bit more interesting than like listening to something that's set out, like has a definite structure, I think.
Okay, and I guess lastly, how do you like define Seaghouls? Because I know you said you did ambient, you do ambient shows. You did like pseudo ambient at the end of this set, and you gave me like the hardware noise dance or hardware dance noise. Like, how do you all think of Seaghouls as a collective or as an artistic duo?
Josh might have a different answer because we kind of just, I don't want to be like we stumbled into it, like not in a way to discredit ourselves, but we kind of just stumbled into it because we're like, this has to just happen eventually. But there was a video on YouTube of the ambient noise band Yellow Swans performing, and like I don't even think there were drums in that, but people were moshing, and we're like,
love that video.
how do we make people do this? And we played stuff like without drums or more abstract drums, like no one moved, and we're like, okay, we just need to make the drums like hit.
I got you.
And we kind of took that from like techno, but I'm hesitant on using the term techno because I don't really know what it means. I think what we're doing fits somewhere in the conventions of it, but it's even different, I think. But the hardware part's important because we're not DJing, we're like making it, and it is mostly improvised.
Yeah.
The question was how like I define it.
Yeah, like when you think of Seaghouls, like what is it that I don't know, like what is the cohesion that brings all of these like areas of electronic music into a single thing? That is you.
I guess like the beat.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's get into the gear.
Okay.
I don't even mean to pose abstract questions that I don't think I could even.
No,
but that's fine.
It was a good question.
Yeah, it's noise music. I'm so fascinated by what is generating that noise. Where do you think we should start if we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of what's going on here?
You should go first.
Really? Okay. So I feel like Josh makes more of the foundation, but my setup. Let me wind this back. So, okay. It's like I have to trace the order in my head. So it all starts with this CD player. It's a Sony Discman. They're kind of synonymous in the noise community as like something you can easily like hack to make it glitch, but this model is a little too new. So like it doesn't do anything too weird. But I was like, how can I emulate that? So I'm using the SP404 as a giant like delay pedal looper device. So I'm like I'm micro chopping my CD selection, and I'll run through some of my CDs. Is now a good time for that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first we have Pavarotti and Friends, the greatest vocalist of all time. We have Vince Guaraldi Trio. This one's just really warm and nice. And you only hear like tiny bits of these.
Right.
Celine Dion, I've like basically listened to this whole album like through a delay pedal. I don't actually know what it sounds like. Wire, It's Beginning to and Back Again. This is like 80s Wire music. I've heard like 3 songs from this. I don't know. It's probably really good.
What is Wire music?
They're like post-punk.
Yeah, we're like
late 70s?
Yeah, like late 70s, early post-punk band.
Okay.
Regina Spektor. I don't actually know if I like this album this much, but like her voice is really nice. I don't know. It stutters really well. That's all I can say. I don't think I use this today. Rubber Soul by the Beatles. It like, I don't know. It's like maybe too atonal. I don't know why. I think their voices, it would have worked probably. I don't know. And then John Coltrane giant steps for when I want the saxophones to come in.
Yeah, I was hearing that. I didn't know that. So like all of your sound sources come from the CDs. Like you don't have any samples in the 404?
I have samples, but I don't use them.
You don't use them? Okay. And so that's really interesting. You were like you experience these CDs like through their emotional effect, like once you throw it into everything. Okay. Mm-hmm. And like you just kind of improvise where you like when you feel like the mood should change, you just pick something.
So the CDs I sometimes have headphones connected, but I usually choose not to listen like through the headphones because I kind of like the surprise because the way it's working, I'll actually show you. So I have
you should be able to hear through the PA. It should be recording.
Okay, perfect. I didn't have anything going.
Okay.
So basically I set up the delay. Okay.
What's in there right now?
What is in there? Pavarotti.
Which one is that? That's the this one.
This one.
What kind of music is it?
It's opera.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like an Italian opera singer. Shout out Renat. He put me on. And then I found it at like a thrift store. I thrift like all my CDs. That's the other part.
Yeah,
I used to do
I could
like
tell.
vinyl stuff. Okay, so if I send it into the here, basically I'm using this as a giant kill switch, but it's really like a distortion or an overdrive pedal. And I can like put parts of the CD in and then I can turn it off. And then I can make loops that are like longer. But like I have no idea what's going to come out next.
Right.
If it's the same song, it should be in the same key. And that's like not even the case.
Okay.
But see, it's a bit unpredictable, but I can do it to Josh's grooves. And then I can like stutter stuff. And then I can also affect the BPM by tapping it.
There's no clock syncing.
No clock syncing.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I think it like messes stuff up sometimes, and it's unpredictable. But I think you get stuff where it's like, what?
Yeah, you wouldn't have come up with it otherwise.
Happen, and then, but you can like. And then I have a reverb pedal. I love this thing. I got it for guitar, but it's like, you can just like, and then I have a giant delay pedal. This one, you can like record the loops and then you can like turn it off here. And I didn't do it seamlessly at all, but you can like double the speed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can slow it down. You can stutter it. And then you can half time it.
Okay.
So like, and that's also like a very human thing because I'm like pressing it to loop it, so it gets slightly out of time, and then I have to like, if I half time it or double time it, it becomes obvious, but also it's just a tone, so it doesn't really matter that much.
So you use this to define like I guess like the quarter note value, and then this can subdivide the loop. Is that typically how you use it?
Yeah, this can divide into like 16ths also.
Okay.
And like it can go up to 32. It can go from 1 to 32, which I think 1 might be a whole note. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know how the bars. See, that's the thing. Like I just feel it, but the loops are generally short enough, and it kind of fits like the conventions of like dance music. Yeah, and then also it's just funny because sometimes I'm like, this next sample I put in, like I'll be going, oh, I turned it off. Okay. I'll be like, okay, so you see it's like ambient tone. I'll be like, this next sample has to resolve this chord. I'll go and it like doesn't. And I think that's like the best thing ever because it's like, you never know. That keeps me on edge.
That's awesome.
And sometimes it makes the music go up and then Josh has to like do something to bring it back down.
When it's with the keyboard, it's like hard as fuck. But it still works.
So it's like this series of you usually start it, right? It looked like you like kind of start the groove and like the drone or like the loop or whatever, the feel of it.
Yeah, I wish I could go off of Ryan's more, but this machine, the tap tempo I think is slightly messed up, so it always is giving me like messed up tempos. like it'll like I'll like to that like it'll like always go from like 80 to like 137.5 to like 122. I'm like like whatever. So yeah.
Okay, so that's your system covered, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so it's like this like usually start and this like, it's like this constant reaction back and forth of like
Basically, yeah.
okay, and it's like does this Ryan stuff bring all of like the uncertainty, like you were saying, the human aspect of it, and that's what you have to react off of, or do you also like because I'm like you're using a lot of like samplers and drum machines, like I don't know, like I guess do you also have a lot of that human aspect on your side?
Yeah, but not as much.
Okay.
Usually I'm pretty reactive with like noise stuff, but because it's like a beat, I can't go too crazy. Like I tried doing that during a set a few times and I'd fuck it up. Like I'd start like a beat late because I try to mute something like this, and then it would be, and then I don't know. I just mess it up. So you can't react too much. So I kind of have to hold it down most of the time.
Gotcha. I guess yeah. Can we move over to Josh then?
Yeah.
So yeah, where does your system start? Do you have like a master or like a parent? I hate that using the term. I hate that master still like the standard.
Master and
so
like,
stupid.
Why do we say? Like
I know it's still it's still master slave. It's unreal.
It's so crazy. Like I think I was doing like when we were like practicing, I was like the NPC is the master, and you were like damn, you're like asking me something, and I was like, and I like was thinking like, oh yeah, but Reface is a slave, and it's like that is such like a weird thing just to like say out loud.
I know it's like parent child has already been adapted by like every other. It's silly, whatever.
Yeah.
We could be sorry. It's neither here nor there. So yeah, what's like I guess the parent.
So the NPC is the parent. I hate this thing. I really need to get. I have JJOS on it, not like the free I have a free version, not the paid version. This thing is kind of clunky, but it does have some use to it. I'll say it's like a good drum machine, I'd say.
And do you just use like the bass samples, or do you upload your own stuff?
I have to upload my own stuff. You can use the bass samples, but there's so many. I never like.
Okay. Where do you source your samples? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I found this like I just find packs online. Like I had to forget where I got this specific pack, but it was like a bunch of like weird, like fucked up techno like 90s rave samples. This pack I kind of hate because it's really obvious sometimes that they took it from like some 90s rave song off like a vinyl.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find one.
Do you still like hear like the samples?
Yeah, you can like hear like all the artifacts.
Okay, yeah.
Is it this one maybe? No. Like what is that?
Not, yeah. It's so indescript.
Like that's supposed to be like a snare or something. But yeah, this is most of it. Again, I hate this device. Like it is so clunky, but it really does work. And it keeps things together. I wouldn't recommend you get it, to be honest. I'd recommend getting like a newer version of like an MPC or like I don't know, even like one of these 404s I think can work really well. What?
So then, yeah, can we move over to the 404? Is that what's creating the groove usually?
Yeah, this is what's creating the groove. And additionally, I've only tried it now, like second practice we did, but this does hold down like a This does hold down like a bass pattern occasionally. Is this it? Let me find one. Whatever. But yeah, this occasionally holds down a bass. But yeah, I went to a sampler. It's a sampler.
Yeah.
I want to use it more to like hear like weird sound effects, like every other bar line, but.
So you use it as like a sound effects, like accent thing, not to like add to the groove?
Basically.
Okay.
Is this the weird one? Okay, here we go. Yeah, like you used to play like weird like glitchy noises. And been like Seaghouls. Like Mr. Burns sings Seaghouls. And other stuff. There's a bunch of stuff on here. But yeah.
And where do you source those? Online?
Just collected from like like so many of these. Most of these are stuff that I make. Like weird combinations of gear. Like this is a Like this is a spring reverb. Like a noise maker, local noise maker, Will Mullaney, Molasses Industries. He gave me a pedal and as like pay for doing photos for him. And it's like this cool noise maker that does like these stuttering sound effects. So I sent it to a spring reverb, and that's a sound I got.
Wow, that's awesome.
I always just collected like this one's. I think me with like a megaphone.
Okay.
Speaking into it weirdly. And then there's stuff from like an actual pack, but I never use those. Yeah, that's most.
Oh, sorry.
Continue.
I see you have like MIDI cables running back and forth. Like, what do you use a sequencer on that to control other things?
I wish I could find. I don't know a pattern. I know like one of these patterns has it.
I mean, no worries.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use this to do bass sometime, and that's it. Ideally, I would use I would connect this and this, but you have to, I don't know, this device it's kind of tricky as well.
Okay.
But yeah, you can use that to do stuff. What's next? So yeah, that's basically what the core of a setup is MPC, Yamaha, and then this is probably more important, this pedal right here. I use it as a multi-effects for like anything. For like any effect. I only started using it recently. I really do like it. It's also kind of clunky, but whatever. Like that's basically what I use it for. Just weird
low delay
effects.
feedback or low whatever. Low time.
Yeah, tiny little thing. And then this mixer is what I send the MPC and the Zoom through. This mixer, it's beautiful, but it also kind of sucks. Like, it's crunchy, and I like it, or whatever. And it's lo-fi. But once you start, like, pumping it, like, getting up here, it's, like, so... I'm not going to even play that.
Yeah. I'm worried. Yeah, I don't want to break the...
I
don't want to break the one good PA.
But, like, once you start getting up there, it's just, like... like there's good noise.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically all my setup.
Yeah,
Cool
we got
things.
Max here.
Whoa.
With a question.
I was wondering, so in addition to programming the reface with MIDI onto the MPC, do you also use the looper on the reface?
No, because it's... I don't think it even MIDI... Does it MIDI sync? I haven't tried that, Matt. I haven't tried that.
Yeah, I was wondering if the looper was MIDI synced or if it just has its own internal.
No, unfortunately.
And would you even be able to do both at the same time?
Could I? Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. This device kind of sucks. I would. It used to be like $250. My dad got it for me for my birthday, I think.
Nice.
And I was like, I love this machine. And then like a few years later, when I started getting in more into synth stuff, I was like, wait, this doesn't have a preset. Wait, this doesn't even. Yeah, it just doesn't have presets, and I'm like, that fucks everything up. But it's really fun to mess with. You can get so many like good sounds out of it.
Is it polyphonic?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
6 notes too, which you just don't have
That's-
for these type of keyboards.
Cool. Yeah, that was my question. Thank you.
We tried to like sync a bunch of stuff with MIDI and we could not figure it out, to be honest. We tried syncing this into this and we were like, I think that's working. I think it's putting it in time. And we're like, wait, that's a placebo.
Yeah.
We're like, wait, that's the exact same thing. But then it felt like it did. And then I read on the internet something about how you have to send in and out, and I'm like, what?
I'm too scared to ever do MIDI through, because I'm always afraid that like I'm gonna accidentally click something like this, and the tempo's gonna go from like 160 to like 84.
That's good.
How would that?
No.
That'd be so evil. People would just be like I wouldn't even know how to dance.
Make the dancers think.
True. Actually, that's true.
What effects do you use on the multi-stomp? Sorry.
Oh,
you're good.
I should have went into this. I used this glitchy like stutter. I really do love that. And sometimes I use this delay. And then A spring reverb.
Cool.
You always gotta have one of those. I wish I could use my actual. I have like a real spring reverb, like a surfy bear or whatever it's called, that like does like the really cool like drip noises more often. But I think it's too complicated to bring that most times. But yeah.
Sick. Thanks.
One final question.
Of course.
So, I know you got Celine Dion, but between the two of y'all, who's your favorite divas? Mine's Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. Okay. Wait, hold up.
You guys gotta have different answers.
Oh no. What do I even listen to? I never know what music I listen to.
You guys don't listen to divas.
Honestly, probably not.
I think Celine's solid. Regina's solid. Yeah.
Okay, but what about a
Wait.
diva?
Okay. Listen. Does Madonna count? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Okay, Madonna.
Okay,
That's a
match.
good choice.
I think her 80s music was incredible.
Yeah, she's good.
Her hits, oh my god. She doesn't have a bad song.
Okay.
So some Lady Gaga hits, but I don't really listen to her that much.
Okay.
But I'm like, I should listen to her because I don't dislike any of her songs. And I really like some of them.
Thank you for.
Is that a stupid answer?
No, thank you for your solidarity with divas. Okay.
Sam is my favorite diva.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen, for entertaining that.
No problem.
Okay.
I guess to leave off on a, I don't know. Speaking about artists that you listen to, I know so much of noise music is like performance based, and it's like about like the live interaction with like the performer and the improvisation. Are there any noise musicians with recorded material that you think people should listen to?
Oh, hold up.
Oh, Josh has this.
You should go first though.
Let's see. Locally, I'm gonna shout out some local people because
Okay.
that's like honestly where a lot of my interest lies. There's a guy on Bandcamp named Buttfinger. Really good stuff. Really good.
Tommy Burchett, oh my god.
Shout out Buttfinger. Who else? There's like a noise rock band, but it's like in the span of noise rock, it's closer to noise than rock.
Interesting,
Called
right.
White Suns.
Yo.
They're from Brooklyn.
I think so.
They're like older stuff is more like they're just like feedbacking guitars and playing drums. It's really sick.
I love it.
Their newer stuff is more like synthy. I don't like it as much, but some people really do. I think they were on the Flenser, which has Have a Nice Life, and
Yeah.
who else is on there?
I forget the other artists. but
They
I know
have
who you're
like some
talking
big people.
I'm trying to like.
Or Black Dice.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can
Everybody,
talk about them.
Black Dice. I don't even know where to begin. Black Dice. They're one of my favorite bands ever. They I don't know. I feel like if you're interested in hearing weird sounds and like interested in getting into anything, Black Dice is the band that you'll be like, whoa, with. They're just incredible music. I don't know. Really
Okay.
awesome. But wait, I will look really quickly.
We'll put it in the YouTube description if you
Okay,
find
okay,
it. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for talking with
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you for watching, and I don't know, make music and listen to noise music.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Book us
you.
so we can buy a MIDI interface.
Please. Please.